Hi, I'm Dr. Marku over at Tampa Bay Hair Restoration. And you're probably watching this because you're on my website or you're about to come into consultation with me. I just wanted to tell you a little history about hair transplants since I've been practicing in the mid to early to mid 90s. When I came along, we were doing mini grafts and micrografts. That was the latest trend. That was dissecting single hairs and two hairs out of a strip and putting them each into their own new pores. Prior to that, they were doing plugs and larger mini grafts, which I never really learned since it was before my time. So I can't give you a pluggy look because I don't know how to, which is good news. Towards the late 90s, we started performing what we now call follicular unit hair transplant surgery. What that meant is when we took a strip out, we would dissect out what is growing out of each pore. We call these follicular units. We still do this today. However, today we still utilize the strip, which is still the gold standard. And by the way, with that being said, make sure if you're going for a consultation anywhere that the physician performs and can offer you a strip as well as whatever FUE, follicular unit excision procedure they offer. Many offices just bought a machine, they open their doors, and now they're hair transplant specialists. Be careful about that. You want to go somewhere where there's a lot of experience. You know, with me, it's 26 years. So in the 2000s, we were doing follicular unit excisions. We started out with handheld instruments that were not motorized, which were about anywhere from 0.8 to 1 millimeter large. We would shave the back and try to line up the angle of the hairs and punch out those units one at a time. After that came along the motorized punches, which made it a little easier, followed by motorized units that were machines, known as NeoGraft, SmartGraft. There's many of them. I've utilized NeoGraft a lot in the past. Started using robotics when robotics came along. Robotics are now obviously the way to go for FUE procedures. In my experience, they provide a graft that is as fine and as good as one that we get from a strip where we magnify and dissect on our own. So I will offer you the strip method versus robotic FUE. And that's only if you're a candidate for FUE. That means you have to have enough hair in the back here that is genetically healthy where the robot can randomly harvest the same amount of hairs that we could get in a strip that's concentrated. So that's why it's important to make sure that you're in the hands of someone who's knowledgeable with both, experienced with both, and performs both, so they could guide you correctly. And finally, with my transplants, and since 2009, we provide PRP with our transplants. PRP is platelet-rich plasma. It helps thicken some hairs. It helps regrow some hairs. It could help with healing. So we don't charge extra for that. Been doing that for over 10 years. So that's what I wanted to go over today with you. I hope you find it helpful, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you. Have a great day.